Number 2. So sa weakening essence, essence is responsible for the conservation and quality of substance. And the deficiency of essence implies loss of the substance as reflected in brittle bones or loss of teeth. So habang tumatanda po, nababawasan yung essence natin. So dito nakikita natin na nagbi-brittle po yung mga bones and nalalagas po yung mga ipin. Consider the following example. A young woman had been suffering for a long time from anorexia nervosa. Her symptoms included the cessation of periods as well as osteoporosis. The tendency to starve herself had caused the exhaustion of the postnatal essence, which in turn failed to replenish the kidney essence. So since hindi siya nakakapagkain ng normal, mas nagagamit niya yung postnatal essence niya, and so hindi siya makapag-replenish ng kidney essence. The young woman's loss of substance manifested in brittle bones. So ito po nakikita as having yung brittle bones. Madali siya ma-fracture. So ganun po. The practitioner is first alerted to a deficiency of essence by the patient's history and corresponding symptoms, as well as through specific pulse qualities. In order to formulate an accurate diagnosis and prognosis, it is important to assess quality and strength of the essence. Alongside all the other collected data, the diagnosis of the tongue can contribute a great deal of information about the quality of the essence. Owing to its fluid nature and substantial qualities, essence is yin in nature. And relative to the dynamic power of qi and yang, it is thus a strong affinity to kidney yin. So yung essence natin is yin in nature. Because of this, kidney yin deficiency can lead to a deficient essence. So dito kung nagbawas po yung kidney yin, ibig sabihin din nagbawas po yung or deficient din yung essence natin. All processes in the body that lead to a loss of fluids, severe and long-lasting diarrhea, extreme sweating, so pagdadiarrhea, pagpapawis ng sobrang pagpapawis, or long-lasting febrile diseases or mahabang paglalagnat will eventually injure the yin. So mas lalong ma-injure po yung yin natin. The loss of fluid and yin will produce dry, red tongue, which can indicate severe deficiency of kidney yin and of declining essence. So pagtingin sa tongue ng pasyente, tuyo and pula po yung tongue. In clinical practice, these tongues are most commonly found in severely ill, elderly patient, or in those who suffer from a progressive cancerous disease. However, such tongue do occur in young people who have been affected by a wasting disease like AIDS. So, common po ito sa matatanda. A red tongue can reflect development of intense heat, which can injure the yin. So, yung red tongue, this could be correlated as having an intense heat. The more intense the redness of the tongue, the greater the heat which attack the kidney yin and fluid. So, mas na-injured po yung kidney yin and yung fluid. The interplay between the kidney yin and kidney yang depends on the strength and quality of the essence and source of qi. The essence through the kidney yang and gate of vitality, yung minmen natin dito, supplies the material necessary for the transforming and warming action needed to produce kidney qi. The tongue coating is highly dependent on these actions. If the fluids are not transformed, either because the kidney yin or kidney yang deficiency, then the kidney chi is unable to rise to moisten the tongue. So ito po yung dahilan kung bakit dry yung tongue, dahil yung kidney yin and kidney yang may deficiency, and so this resulted na hindi mo pa makapag-rise or makapaggalaw yung or makapag-moisten ng tongue yung kidney chi natin. In extreme cases, this becomes visible in a very pale, swollen tongue body that is dry. So here, kidney yang is too weak to transform swollen body and transport dry tongue the fluids. So kailangan natin yung kidney yang para ma-address yung swollen body ng tongue, and kung deficient ito, hirap din yung pag-transport ng fluids. This is rarely seen in the clinic. More commonly, a dry tongue appears as a result of deficient fluid, blood, and stomach or kidney yin. Lack of tongue coating is primarily associated with the function of stomach and spleen chi. So, pag mahina ang function ng stomach and spleen, ma-appreciate po natin na ang tongue wala pong coating. The fermentation of the solid and liquid by the stomach chi and the healthy damp climate of the stomach contributes to a turbid steam that ascends and becomes the foundation of the tongue coating. So if the energies of the middle burner function without any problems, there will be an evenly distributed thin coating that is closely attached to the tongue surface. So deficiency of stomach chi, stomach yin, and especially kidney yin can lead to a coating without a root. So dito naman ang kakaroon ng coating na walang root. This coating is characterized by its uneven distribution. Hindi po even yung distribution, and which gives it an old peeled appearance and look as if it could be easily scraped off. So wala pong root yung appearance ng coating. The lack of tongue coating coupled with the peeled tongue body indicates a lack of stomach chi. So ito po yung stomach chi dito ang may problema, and this combination plus the appearance of a superficial crack in the center of the tongue may signal. So ito yung root of tongue corresponds to the lower burner naman, especially the kidneys. Ito yung likod po ng tongue. In general, the tongue coating at the root reflects condition of the large intestine, small intestine, and yung bladder. Complete interpretation of the coating at the root requires knowledge of the patient's symptoms. So pag kailangan natin i-correlate yung appearance ng tongue dun sa patient symptoms. Absence of the coating of the tongue root or red root reflects deficiency of kidney yin and exhaustion of the body fluids. A very red and dry root signifies that there's a kidney fire and has arisen from deficiency of the kidney yin. So dito very red na and dry, so we consider this as a kidney fire. The texture and form of root of tongue also mirrors condition of the kidneys. A contracted root or a depression at the root represent a deficiency of essence. So pag nagkakaroon po ng contraction sa root or meron depression, so we consider this as deficiency of essence. These tongue shapes are result of loss of substance or material. As a result, the tongue lacks appropriate volume or shape. So ito po yung nababawasan yung volume and shape. If the tongue root is of a normal color, deficiency has not yet advanced to a stage of an internal heat. So pag ganun na yung itsura ng tongue, may depression, it is an internal condition po. Incipient lack of essence may be associated with a pale tongue. The incipient deficiency of essence manifests as pale tongue with a depression at its root. It is as if there were a lack of substance to fill the root of the tongue. So, yun po yung depression. This condition is characterized by a combination of qi, deficiency symptoms, meron siyang fatigue, lack of appetite, may sweating upon the slightest exertion, madaling kahit konting paggalaw, namamawis, meron siyang loose stool, as well as symptoms indicating deficiency of essence. Thus, fatigue may evolve into exhaustion not alleviated by regular sleep. So kahit natulog, pagkagising, parang pagod pa rin, there may be lack of concentration, meron siyang failure of memory, or head hair may turn prematurely gray. In such cases, it is not enough simply to tonify the qi, the essence, as well as the kidney yin and yang must also be nourished. So kailangan natin ito i-address lahat. Hectic lifestyle associated with the modern industrialized countries can contribute to the premature consumption of essence. So this could be related din dun sa lifestyle ng pasyente. The earlier this can be detected, especially in young people, the sooner prophylactic and supporting measures by both patient and practitioner can be undertaken. So kailangan natin matulungan as early as possible. It is possible to evaluate condition of essence and extent to which substance has been lost by examining tongue, body shape, not just tongue, body color, and coating. So we have here a case of a female, 32 years old. So ang tongue description niya, meron siyang slight pale, tapos swollen po, makapal yung swollen o makapal ang dila, slight protrusion at the tip of the tongue, slight depression at the root. So yung likod po may palalim. Yung symptoms, madaling mapagod, burning sensation after urination, parang mainit po sa pag-ihi, severe cramping pain before and during menstruation. So may nararamdaman din sa menstruation. So Western diagnosis, this is considered as a chronic cystitis. Meron siyang dysmenorrhea. Sa background to disease, chronic overwork. So overwork po ang patient. Meron siyang excessive use of willpower, 12 operation in childhood and puberty. So naoperan po siya ng 12 times. So hanggang doon lang po. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Sir Dino. Do we have any questions? Okay, so I hope... Ay, dyan na naman si Ma'am Michelle. Okay, Ma'am Michelle, please.
Okay, Doc. Ang tanong ko lang po, ano ba yung ibig sabihin ng excessive use of willpower?
Okay. Baka gustong sagutin ni ano. Okay, you know, when you want things to happen, no? Or if you want to achieve something po, like if you want to pass the boards, or if you want to become a successful businessman, businesswoman, or if you want to own a big mansion, then you need to have strong willpower. Ibig sabihin, you have to do everything that you can. You have to be, what's this? You have to sacrifice a lot. Yun. It's more of like a determination. So, nakaka-deplete po yun ng essence. Okay? Because the kidneys are affected. The kidneys kasi we consider it, if we already study yung medyo advanced na tayo, no? You are going to affect the kidneys. No? Actually, if you do not have a strong willpower, that means your kidneys are weak. However, if you have what's this, abuse of willpower, sobrang strong ng willpower mo, it's like every day let's say you are the CEO of a huge company, you want your company to be the best company in the world, so ang laking pressure po niyan, so it requires considerable amount of willpower, and so that will deplete your kidney yin initially, and syempre pag naubos yung kidney yin mo, the kidney essence will come to save you. So nauubos na po yung kidney essence. Does that answer your question, Ma'am Michelle?
Yes, sir. But it is related to adrenaline, sir.
Yes,
Doc?
definitely. Because your adrenals, nasa lataas po yan ng kidneys natin. And of course, if you are, if your lifestyle, if yung buhay mo is like, yeah, if you have a very hectic lifestyle, every day you don't have time to rest anymore. You have a lot of deadlines to catch, yun, because you want to achieve something, yung mga ganon. So it's like you're actually forcing your adrenals to work so much. And so nauubos din yung di ba? Like if you make use of your adrenals too much, after a while you become so exhausted. Can everybody relate to this? Yeah.
Yes, Doc. Thank you so much. Mag-relax na may ani, di na may magpasagad.
Yeah, this is true. Basahin ko muna ha. Parang setting too high expectations for oneself, and yeah, I have many friends who are like that. They're very successful, pero eventually some of them nagkaroon ng kidney failure. Some of them look older than their age, and some of them may mga maraming sakit. Okay? So, una-una kasi, make your expectations more realistic. Wag naman yung, parang imposible. And try to work at your own pace. Okay? So if you've been working hard since the age of 20, siguro pagdating mo ng 50 or 60, mag-slow down ka na. Otherwise, you will have to pay hard for it. So I know someone who is an overachiever as well. So overachiever would mean na nagamit na niya lahat ng willpower niya. Yun. So mauubos din yung kidney yin. So eventually you'll have kidney essence deficiency. So again, I hope now you will start looking at the ganito. Of course, if you have an elderly patient, it follows na medyo mahina talaga yung essence. But what is very concerning is yung mga bata pa. Those who are in their 30s, 40s, yung nasa corporate world. That's why when they reach 40, 50, grabe yung mga sakit, no? You may have all the money in the world, pero pag ang dami mo rin sakit, so yun din. Okay? So you need time management lang talaga. Hindi din mo pwede wala ka namang dreams, no? So that means your kidneys are also not that that efficient. You have to have goals. You have to be realistic sa expectations mo, and be happy with what you have. Be grateful if whatever, kung yun lang talaga na-achieve mo. And by the way, if you feel resentful, if you are so frustrated kasi hindi mo na-achieve yung dreams mo, that will also affect your liver. And remember, the liver and the kidneys, they are like mother and son, no? So ganun lang din. So the bottom line here is, work at your own pace. Give time for yourself. You should have time to breathe. You should have time for your family. You should also have some ano ba tawag dito? Some pastimes, yung mga like the things that, if you love reading books, Pero seldom na tayo makakita ng mga tao na read ng books. They would rather be in front of their gadgets, no? So I hope everyone in this platform learned something today. Other questions? Anything
Doc,
else?
pwede pa palang maibalik yung nawalang kidney yin by relaxing or just being contented. Basta hindi mo lang ipipilit kung hindi talaga para sa iyo.
Yes. Hanggang doon na lang. Knowing your limits is good enough. Ang atin lang naman is wag maubos yung yin. Wag ma-deplete yung yin. Kasi pag na-deplete yung yin, did you see the tongue earlier? Pupula na yung tongue mo, lalo na pag wala ng coating. So, if you look at the tongue, especially when you look at the posterior, no? So yung, the root of the tongue, the posterior third, if there is already parang a depression there and the tongue looks pale, that is already a red flag. That means you already have to do something about it. Otherwise, kung iniwan mo lang yon, you still kept doing what you have been doing, time will come, wala na siyang coating, and eventually you will have empty heat. And empty heat, you know what happens when there's empty heat. Pwede pa nga magkaroon ka ng kidney fire due to, which resulted from heat, empty heat, initially, yon. So pag empty heat na kidney fire, you will have a very red tongue. And that's something, remember, I hope you remember, it can also mean na meron ka ng parating na cancer, di ba? Yun lang yun. I'm not trying to scare all of you here. Any questions, Sir Mahin? Now, some people kasi, they don't have time anymore for themselves. Being spiritual, although we cannot expect everyone to have time now, no? But kahit 15, 30 minutes, try to be great. Upon waking up, you have to thank God that you are still alive. Prayer is very yin. So you have to, or meditate, no? Meditation. And like, if you had a very bad day, try to assess, ano ba nangyari? Probably it was because your co-workers didn't like you. So you need to be honest enough to admit that there must be something wrong with you. And you should always stay humble. Kasi if you are so arrogant, negative energy, it will affect your chi. No? Prayers. And ano pa ba? Spread love. Yon. Do something, do something different. Make a difference in other people's lives. Yon. While you still can. We should not be selfish. We should not think of ourselves all the time. But you have to learn how to love yourself. Do what you love. That's very good. Kasi if siguro naman lahat dito may mga hobbies, no? Yeah, prayer is the key for everything. That's very true. It's it's very yin, it's very yin replenishing. Yon. So can you now see the reason why a lot of people are getting sick? No? Yeah. Excessive use of willpower. Wag especially pag gabi na. No, like 7 to 9 p.m., you should already have had your dinner already. And it's the time for rest or socializing. Not by going out at parties, no? You can probably call your friend or yung ganon. Yun. And 9 to 11, you should already be, yeah, I'm trying to read the comment. Trying to please everybody will be stressful. Remember, even if you feel that you have already done your best, there will always be people who will not approve of what you did. And we should not be envious of others. Never compare ourselves to others. That kasi, especially di ba sa social media ngayon. Oo, kaya if possible, don't try to spend so much time on social media. Kundi pa magdasal na lang. Or mag-aral ng tongue diagnosis. Yun. Okay, I hope everybody learned it and try to help other people. You know, these days, it's better to help other people than, being the person who needs help. Diba? So while we still can, let's endeavor, even this, this thing that we do 3 times a week, 3 days a week, this is a sacrifice. Why do we study? Because we want to be the best in everything that we do. And so that we can serve our patients, our clients better. This is not about the money. No, this is about making your, forewarning your clients already about what to happen. So from the tongue alone, you could already see, no? In fact, the one that they mentioned about the depression of the root of the tongue, that's actually one way of also observing the Shen. Of course, you need to look at the whole picture. You have to look at the face, no? And be particular about the vitality or the Shen. Okay, so if there are no more questions, did everybody like the presentation?
Yes, Doc.
Okay, so now you know. Thank you, Sir Mahin, for the thumbs up. I hope yung iba nagustuhan din. And thank you to our... Okay, do you have anything to say, Sir June? O itong si Sir June, mukhang nauubos na yung essence.
Hindi, Dok. Nag-ano po kasi, alam niyo na, naglalakad, kaya medyo na-late.
Okay, sige. So yon, you know what to do. Thank you very much, everyone. Balik ko kayo tomorrow evening. We only meet Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays. Thank you so much. Thank you to all presenters.
Thank you po, Doc.
Thank you. Thank you po. Good evening po.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you, everyone.
See you again tomorrow.
Thank you
Thank
po.
you, Sir Dino.
Thank you po.
Bye.
Thank you po, Sir Dino. God bless po.
God bless po.